Hi, my name is Kami and I'll be your teacher today. So today what we're gonna do nice beginner friendly Pilates conditioning, focusing on our glutes. So make sure you stick around and do it, and even if you're not a beginner, that's still gonna be a lovely exercise for your glutes. So please give it a try before you write it off. So before we start, there is a couple of contradictions here. So if you've got any sort of cardiac disease, maybe get this cleared with your practitioner if you can take part in this exercise. Other than that, let's get started. So if you haven't done a warm-up yet, I'll link one in here, so get to that warm-up. And there is also a core engagement, which I'll be mentioning, but if you want to know more about that, I will link that as well. So other than that, let's make sure you done that warm-up before we start, and then let's give it a start. So we're gonna start lying on the side. So really quickly into it. And you've got a nice and long hand, your head can lie on it. If you're finding you would like something for your head, you could certainly take something, maybe like a block or something, to keep your neck in line with the spine. So bending the knees, shins are parallel with the edge of your mat. In here, you're gonna wanting to think about having those hips stacked. So one hip on top of the other. We're not trying to open anywhere. They are keeping stacked. Okay, so now inhaling, engaging everything. You can think about you're pulling your belly button and lifting your pelvic floor. I also quite like to engage my glutes at the same time, so you really feel everything working. Top hand can stay at the front for some stability. And then other than that, or if you find it too easy, just take it on top. But let's start with the hand at the front, and then let's just extend that leg, and we're just gonna bring it up and then down. So just a few times like that for now, just up and down. And then we're gonna switch it slightly. So lifting up with a pointed toe, we're gonna flex the foot, bring it down. Point, lift, flex, down. Point, lift, flex, down. Nice. Let's do a few more. Up and down. Point up, flex, down. Point up, flex, down. Nice. Just making sure nothing else is moving, it just that like that is moving. You want to also not use motion for that. You just want to make sure you're using your full strength to it and just your muscles. Okay, now we're gonna come and just point the toe, or like keep it nice and extended. Hand goes, extend over the head. You can inhale, engage everything. Exhale, bending the elbow, bending the knee to the elbow, or even lower. I can touch my elbow to my hips, so I'm gonna do that. And then extend again. Bend on the next heel. Inhale, extend, bend, and extend. So you already start feeling a little bit of warmth, feeling being created at the top of your hip. And enjoy that. Let's do a few more here. So nice and slow. Controlling the whole movement. You're being intentional throughout the whole movement. You're not just throwing the body parts. Okay, let's do another 3. Another 2. Last one. And then extend that leg. Hand can come forward again, bring it a little bit lower. So I want your foot to be in line with your top hip, yeah? Inhaling, elongating yourself, pulling everything in. Hands down, and then let's do small circles. So very small, tiny circles in that hip. And there will be tendency to try to open the hip to the back. I don't want that, so make sure you still keep those hips stacked. And even if you're finding this easy here, then popping your hand on top of that hip can actually help you to feel whether that hip is moving or not. So just a few more here, feeling already your hip working, nice and warm, and then switching direction. Get nice and slow, just making sure everything is stable, but we're only moving the leg. And we can control this whole movement throughout the whole range of it. Let's do a few more here. I can already really feel the burn. I'm sure you're feeling the burn as well. So if you need to just give yourself a little bit of a break and then come back to it. And then let's pop it down on the top of that knee. Oh, nice. Maybe just a little bit of a bash at the top. And then let's go straight into it. So knee straight bend, you're inhaling, elongating yourself, pulling your belly button, ribs closer to your hips. And then let's lift that knee up. and down. Again, up and down. And this is more tendency to trying to open to the side, to lift that knee higher. Again, just making sure the top hip is stuck on top of the other and it hasn't open to the side. Just up and down, up and down. You're gonna really start feeling this at the outside of that glute, working really hard. Let's do a few more. It's lovely for your hip rotation, making sure you've got strong glutes that support your back, your spine. Let's do another 3. I'm gonna put, okay, do 3, 2. And then last one, lift it up, let's do pulses. So 2 sets, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more set, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the next one, you're going it down and up as before down, and then lift that heel up. Foot comes down, lifting the knee comes down, lifting the heel. Nice, let's do a few more. Again, trying to lift as much as you can each time. Either the knee or lifting really high your foot, your ankle. And then you're gonna notice that when you're lifting that ankle, the outside of the glute is getting a little bit more activation as well. So let's do a few more here. And if you want more, you could always put some bands over your legs and then work with the resistance here. Okay, let's do another 3. Another 2. Another 1. Lift that knee up and let's do the pulses again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and then going straight to it. Now this time we're going to lift the knee, but as well lifting your feet. So lifting nice and high, bring it down, bring it up, and down. Still thinking about the engagement in your core, in your pelvic floor. Again, you're controlling the whole movement here. Everything is working now. The bottom leg is starting to activate as well. Nice. Let's do a few more here. Opening as wide as you can. Really feeling that glute burning by now. I know I can feel it, so I'm sure you can too. Let's do another 3. Another 2. Another 1. And then pop it down. Nice. You can bash a little bit of your glute and then noticing those lovely sensations we've created. And now let's go to the second side. So just changing the sides. Lying down. Again, your head is on your hand. You can use a block or something that to make your neck in line with your spine. Your feet, your knees are bent, shins parallel with the edge of the mat. You're gonna inhale, elongate yourself, pull in your belly button, ribs closer to your hips, shoulders stay back and down. Your hips are stacking. So either placing the top hand. Okay, let's just place that top hand forward in front of us, and then inhaling, engaging, exhale, extend that leg. And then let's do those up and down, just a few times again. Up and down. I'm gonna add slightly to it, but again, just kind of feeling into it. And then let's add it. So lift it with a pointed toe, flex the foot, bring it down. Point, lift, flex, down. Point, lift, flex, down. And then let's do a few more like that. I really don't want to make sure you're really stable. Nothing else is moving, it's only that leg that is moving. And if you're finding that this is enough of difficulty for you, you could take a top hand and that you're gonna lose a little bit of that stability. So just taking it slowly. Again, just making sure nothing else is moving. And if you're finding that this side is different and you're still moving, then pop that hand back in. I keep on switching my heel. Okay, let's do another 3. Another 2. Another 1. And then just make it your foot nice and neutral, your leg in line with your hip, the top hand goes over the head, take an inhale, exhale, bend the elbow, bend the knee. And then extend. Bend and extend. So bend and bring it as much as you can. I know I say knee to elbow, but I really bring my elbow actually to my hip and then knee as like I would want to slightly kick myself in the face with that knee. Or bring it as close to my face as possible. Nice, let's do femur. So think that lovely work going on the side. You're on the side of the hips into your obliques. And then into that hip joint. Nice. Let's do another 3. Another 2. Another 1. And then extend, the top hand goes down in front of you again. Your foot in line with your leg, in line with your hip, inhaling, extending, engaging, and then exhale, slow, tiny circles. Again, nothing is moving. It's kind of really easy to go like that, yeah, but again, this is not what we want. So just make sure everything is working. The more you pull that belly button in, the more your obliques are going to start to kick in and find that stability. And you know, this leg could be different than the other leg, and that's totally fine. Don't worry about that. Just want to make sure we're working it. Switching direction. The hip is probably screaming by now. So is mine. This is awesome for your hip stability work. Okay, let's do another 4 circles. And then last one. Nice, now pop that leg on top of the other one. Hand can come, well, let's keep that hand in front and then knee come up and down, up and down. And then you might start to notice whether you have a little bit less or more than on the other side, because it could be a little bit different. Just bring it up and down, noticing that hip working, the top of that hip here. Few more. And even if it's different, just honor what it is at this moment. Lift it up, let's do the pulses. 2 sets. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pop that knee down, knee comes up. Down the heel, the foot comes up, and then down. Lift it, bring it down, foot up, down, knee up, down, foot up, down. Nice, let's do a few more. And see if you can each time, can you lift that knee slightly higher, or maybe lift that foot slightly higher to really emphasize on that outside, inside rotation really. Let's do a few more here. Keeping your neck nice and long, everything is nicely stacking with your hips. Okay, let's do 3 more. Another 2. Last one. And then lift that knee high. We're going to do those pulses again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, pop it down. This time knee comes up, foot comes up. And down. That glute is screaming right now. Down. And slowly up, lifting. See if you can just push through that pain, through that burn, and if not, just give yourself a break for a bit and then come back to it. Few more. Let's do another 4. Another 3. Another 2. Last one. And then bring it down. Nice, lovely. I'm proud of you. If you've been up to this point, you can give yourself a bash a little bit on the top of that glute. That should help out a little bit. And then we nearly finished today. So just lying on your back. Lying on your back, you want to make sure your low back is kind of imprinted, so it's touching the floor. Your feet are pretty close to your glutes, so you can touch the edges, the heels. I'm going to try to open the shoulders. Shoulders going on your back nicely. Keep opening those shoulder collarbones. They will want to close, but keep them opening. So inhaling, shoulders back and down. Exhaling, engaging your core, and then inhale. Exhale, lift your hips, tuck your tailbone under, and then lift your hips up, and then slowly bring it down. Untuck, and then tuck it under, lift it, one vertebra at a time, and then down. Untuck, and then up. Down, really thinking about pushing from those heels up and down. Up and down. Lift it up, and let's hold here, inhaling, exhaling. Another inhale, and then exhale, maybe opening the knees to the sides, and then close. Open out and close. Open and close. And again, if you want a little bit more, just take a band over your legs, and that's going to add a bit of resistance to it. But other than that, you can also try it because it's still pretty good. Feeling those legs activating, everything is working nicely. Pulling that belly button in slightly more, so shoulders still back and down, collarbones opening, widening. Okay, let's do another 3. Another 2. Last one, bring it together. And now let's just bring those feet onto the heels. And then down. Heels lift, heels come down. Heels lift and down. Lift up, down. Left, down. Lift, down. Lift. Feeling those glutes really working, firing up. There's another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay lifted and let's pulse up. 10, 9, 8. Really kissing those glutes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then release it down. Nice. Lovely. Bring those knees close to your chest, giving them a nice hug and moving side to side. And then taking those knees towards your armpits, extending your legs, grabbing behind your thighs. That will be your level 1. Maybe going further, grabbing to the outside of your leg or to your ankles. I want to make sure your sacrum is still down on the floor. Or maybe grabbing inside of the feet or outside of the feet into happy baby, and then moving side to side. Really pushing the sacrum down into the floor, so you get a nice massage of the floor. And then relaxing it down. Now knees are staying bent. Left knee, left ankle over left knee, flex your left foot, bring your right knee over the hip, and then grabbing behind your thigh, take an inhale, make your tailbone nice and heavy, and then exhaling, pulling it closer, feeling into that glute of the left leg. We're really stretching this nice work we've just done. Inhaling and exhaling. Take another inhale. Exhale, maybe pulling it slightly closer. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's relax that and then switch the legs. So left comes down. Now right knee bends, lifts over the hip. Flex your foot, place that ankle onto the left knee. Lift your left knee over the hip. Grab behind that knee. Take an inhale. Make your tail heavy, exhale, pull that glute closer to you. Bring that lovely glute stretch on the right side this time, or into the leg that is bent into figure 4. And just breathing into it. Maybe pulling it slightly closer if you feel a little bit of loosening already going on. Let's take another nice inhale. Exhale, pull it closer. One more inhale. Exhale, let's release that. And then this time actually let's get the knees and feet together, grabbing to the feet and then lying back, pulling the feet your heels close to your pubic bone, and then with your knees, so heels come down, with your knees you want to try to use the outside of your legs to push the knees down, to get an opening in your hips, in your hip flexors. Inhaling, exhaling. One more inhale. And then exhale, relaxing it down, and let's come to seated. So maybe just coming up or grabbing the behind the knees. You can roll a few times until you roll up into seated. It's pretty fun as well to do. And then let's do a nice mermaid stretch. So your legs come to one side, knees are bending, come to one side, and then let's just grab. So let's take my knees to the side, hand is grabbing the shin, and then the opposite hand goes over the head. Inhale, and exhaling to the side, feeling that nice stretch to the side. Inhale, come back to the center, to the other side. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhaling to the side. Inhale, center. And exhale, lean to the side. And then back to the center, swinging your legs to the other side. First, grabbing your shin with your hand. Inhale, hand over the head. Exhale, lean. Inhale, return the hand. Exhale, let's come to this side. Nice stretch to the side. Inhale, center, switch your hand. Exhale, lean to the side. Back to the center, switch your hands. Exhale. And then back to the center. Let's come into nice seated, easy pose. And then let's bring hands to inhale over the head. Exhale, hands down. One more time. Inhaling, hands up. And then exhaling, hands down. And thanks very much for coming and joining me into this practice. I hope you feel nice on your glutes. You feel them pumped, you feel them bigger, and you also feel much better at the moment. So let me know how it was for you in the comments, and send this to your bestie. Keep coming back to this practice. It's pretty nice and quick glute activation and strengthening, so it's definitely a good one to keep on coming back to. And I hope you have a lovely time. See you on the next video. Bye. Did I press play? That's the question. Did I press play? I did. Okay. Hi and welcome to this practice. My name is Kamila and I'll be your teacher today. Let's do it again. I want to make sure nothing else is moving, just that leg that's moving. We're trying to really, or did I just switch my legs? I'm not sure. Just making sure you do have, I think I did switch my legs. Hold on now. Up.